With me, I have the summary of the 2026 Finance Bill proposal, and I am here today to update you on everything new that has been added. But before that, it's important that you note that this is just a proposal. The official bill is going to be tabled in the National Assembly next week, potentially on Monday. So now let's examine what has actually been included in these proposals. Spoiler, it's just as punitive as the previous ones, if not more. First things first, the current budget is going to be larger than the previous year's budget, with the government targeting 3.63 trillion in tax revenue for the year 2026-2027, with a wider budget deficit of 5.3% of total GDP, which is an uptick from 4.7% of the previous year. Number two is the Mitumba people are not being spared in this current finance bill, with the government stating that they're going to be taking 5% at customs. Literally, as soon as you buy the goods, even before you sell them, the government is going to recuperate 5% of those products that you purchased. The most affordable clothing options for millions is no longer going to be affordable. Number three, if you're a landlord, you're not being spared in this finance bill. In fact, the tax is increasing from 7.5% to 10%. Now, unfortunately, this is just going to be passed on to the renters, which is really unfortunate, but this is how the government wants it to be. Number four, the government is now removing VAT exemptions on mobile money transfers and payment processing, which means if you're sending money from one person to the next person, you're going to be taxed not just to receive the money, but to send the money. Additionally, if you're making any payments using mobile money, you will also be charged. And if you think the solution is then to use your bank card, you will also be charged a merchant fee. Now, it's a merchant who actually gets charged, but as we know, all companies will move the cost to the consumer. So you're going to be charged for making any purchase either using your bank or using your mobile money. Now, you might be remiss to think that corporations are going to be spared, but according to the new Income Tax Act, KRA has now been empowered to deem at least 60% of a company's undistributed income, which is profits, as dividends for tax purposes. This means that the government is going to be engaging in double taxation for corporations. I don't feel bad about this one. And finally, there will be a 25% excise duty on telephones for cellular and wireless networks as proposed. So now imagine this, you buy a phone to work, to hassle, to stay connected, and now the government wants to tax you 25% excise duty on that smartphone, triggered the moment you activate it. It's not when you import it, it's not when you buy it, it's when you switch it on. One notable mention that doesn't affect a lot of people, but I'll still report on it. They're now taxing bettings and winnings. So up to 20% of your winnings are going to be taxable. Just a recap, phones are going to be taxed, mitumbas are going to be taxed, hassles are going to be taxed, digital money is going to be taxed. What exactly is left for us as ordinary Kenyans to actually do with the money that we have? Kenya is really struggling for cash right now, and